If you've ever seen the movie Juice, you remember Bishop, played by Tupac Shakur, a young charismatic kid from the block who turned cold, quick. The moment he caught a taste of power, he became a monster, killing his own friends just to protect the throne. That's the kind of energy Danta Rowsey moved with. The real-life Bishop. Except, this wasn't Hollywood. Rowsey wasn't in a movie. His decisions left real people dead. And like Bishop, he thought if he controlled the narrative, if he kept every witness buried, he'd never fall. But in the end, just like Bishop on that rooftop, Rowsey ran out of room, and two voices was all it took to bring it crashing down. This is the story of Danta Rowsey. It all began with 4 friends and a robbery. December 2011, Rowsey and a small crew of friends by the names of Israel Gatlin, Irvin Hale, and Marvin Sanders killed a man named Joseph McBeath outside of Ralph's coffee shop on 41st and Lisbon in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. What was supposed to be a fast lick turned into a homicide. McBeath was shot and killed, and just like that, a street hustle became a murder case, and with that came a problem. Too many people knew what happened. Too many mouths could move. That's when the killing started. But instead of laying low, Rowsey did something even colder. He started taking out his own crew. Not because they betrayed him, but because they might. The first victim? Irvin Hale, one of the robbery participants. Then came Israel Gatlin, another close associate. People Rowsey knew, people he grew up with, were being picked off one by one. If this sounds familiar, it should. In Juice, Tupac's character Bishop killed his own friend and shot 2 more trying to kill them to protect his name and to keep control. Bishop turned on his day one friends, even Raheem, just to stay on top. Danta Rowsey? He moved the same way. He wasn't a loud street boss. He was quiet, calculated. But just like Bishop, once he tasted power, he feared losing it. And anyone who knew too much became a target. This whole situation started when Marvin Sanders, better known as Lil Boo, went into Ralph's coffee shop to order food and seen a man wearing an expensive pair of Cartier glasses. Sanders went outside to tell Rowsey about the man inside the shop and came up with a plan to rob McBeath. The plan went left, causing the fatal shooting of 26-year-old McBeath, who was found dead inside a car behind Ralph's coffee bar on December 13, 2011. A passenger in the car also was wounded and told police that a man tapped on the window before opening fire. Rowsey, Hale, and Gatlin were all identified by Milwaukee police to be involved with that homicide through witness statements and surveillance video. Hale was believed to be the shooter, while Gatlin was in the parking lot at the time and Rowsey drove the getaway SUV. Gatlin was arrested 13 days after the shooting and remained in custody until the following March. He told detectives he saw Hale fire 5 rounds into the car. On January 4th, 2012, Hale was found shot to death in the 3900 block of North 13th Street. An informant said Hale was shot and killed as a direct result of McBeath's killing, and after Rowsey learned that Hale had gone into a nearby gas station that had surveillance video right before the shooting. By this time, Gatlin had been arrested, and it was assumed that he talked to police. Rowsey, Sanders, Gatlin, and another friend named Emmanuel Carter met up to plan a setup to get an unarmed Hale into an area where he could be killed. They tricked Hale into going to do a fake home invasion, and once Hale arrived, he was shot in the back of the head and killed instantly. An informant recalled Rowsey saying, "Nobody is a snitch until they get an opportunity to snitch." Hale was shot at least 5 times. One informant claimed Carter killed Hale. When Carter was interviewed, he claimed Rowsey had confessed to the crime. Gatlin got out of jail March 11th, 2012. 6 months later, he was dead. Milwaukee police were called to a report of gunfire in the 2800 block of North 21st Street, and Gatlin was found with 10 gunshot wounds, 4 of them in his head. A witness said she heard gunshots, looked out, and saw a silver Chevy Tahoe, which was similar to the SUV fleeing the scene of McBeath's homicide. On October 1st, 2012, Carter was arrested and told police that Rowsey believed Gatlin was snitching and killed him. An informant said Carter confessed to killing Gatlin. Police found rap lyrics in Carter's cell at the Milwaukee Secure Detention Facility, talking about the murder he committed. On September 11th, 2013, Carter was shot and paralyzed. He told police that he recognized one of the shooters as an associate of Rowsey. An informant told police that Rowsey arranged Carter's shooting because he knew too much. In fear for his life, thinking he'll be next, Sanders cooperated with police, telling them that Rowsey did the murders. Sanders and Carter both testified against Rowsey, stating that he was indeed the shooter and all murders. In addition to their statements, they received lesser sentences and was not looking at life in prison. Sanders, who happens to be a rapper as well, received a lot of backlash behind telling. But he wasn't fazed by the talk, because people knew that he was really dangerous and that they would never confront him about the situation. In an interview, he admitted to snitching without any fear or shame for what he's done.
Be on that, my nigga. Niggas walking around this bitch, man, niggas around this bitch going crazy on that tip, my nigga. On that tip, but niggas be quick to say me, my nigga. Come on, my nigga. I ain't gonna talk about that situation or what happened or why they think that shit, my nigga. I ain't gonna sit up here and talk about that shit. Whatever they said I did, believe it. I did that shit. Y'all think I did that shit? I did that shit. Do something about it. I'ma still be out here going crazy. I'm still gonna be bamming hard as a bitch. The bitch is still gonna be on me, and I'ma still be turning their ass down, laughing at their ass. I'ma still be talking shit. I'ma still be doing me, nigga, and ain't nobody gonna do shit about it.
Afterwards, he continued to live a life of crime and also pursue music until getting locked up again later on. As for Rowsey, he will remain the rest of his life behind bars, serving 2 life sentences for the crimes he's committed. In May of 2016, a jury found Danta Rowsey guilty of 4 counts of first-degree intentional homicide and 1 count of reckless injury. The sentence? Life in prison. No parole, no freedom, just bars and memory. Prosecutors called it one of the most ruthless campaigns of witness elimination they'd ever seen. A man who turned the streets into a graveyard of silence. It's crazy how one bad decision can take away 4 people's lives, kill a brotherhood, and hurt 6 different families. This story was so crazy that you wouldn't believe it was real if it was told to you. You really witnessed the real-life Bishop character from the movie Juice come to life, but more realer and deadlier. Nowadays, it's not just your enemies you have to worry about. It's the ones right beside you that you call your friend. This story was not shown to glorify any violence or reckless behavior, but it was told to show awareness and shed light on the harsh realities for some people. If you enjoyed this story and want to see more, click the subscribe button below and drop down in the comments which Street Legends you want to hear about next.